Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. I wanted to film a Q&A for you just because I thought it might be fun. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I am, staying home a lot because a lot of us are self-quarantining during this time, trying to do social distancing and be safe and healthy and not spread any more of this virus. But yeah, so I asked on my Instagram if you guys had any questions for me, and these could be personal or plant-related questions. So I'm going to go on there and see what kind of questions you have for me. And you can follow me if you want. It's Juju Succulents, and I do more daily updating on there. All right, so let's start from the beginning. And I think I'll give your usernames. I don't think there's any reason to have this be anonymous. So Emma Ray 97 asked me if I have any plans to move back to Canada one day. And I really do like this question. If you guys don't know, I am originally from Canada. I was born in Hamilton, Ontario, and most of my family still lives in Ontario. I'm a dual citizen, and I have considered moving back to Canada at some point, not anytime soon. I really like being close to like my parents and my sister and her family. But I have considered maybe traveling to like British Columbia or Vancouver and just seeing what it's like out there. Because if I was to move anywhere in Canada, it would probably be there just based on the mountains. It looks really beautiful, and the geography and outdoor life looks really fun. Like I really love being active. I like to hike and snowboard and stuff like that. And I feel like that type of area is very appealing to someone that likes to be outdoors and be active. So if anywhere, I think Vancouver, but I haven't been there yet. So who knows? I might not even like it. And I know it's very expensive. So Mary J's Plants, I really like her question. She said, when was the first time you called Chloe Karsten Stewart? Did she look at you like you're crazy? And I've thought about this. I don't even know why Chloe's nickname became Kirsten Stewart. I don't know where that came from. I've been calling her that for years. I used to live with my ex-boyfriend, and him and I would call her that. And we would just like make a lot of funny voices, like talk in weird voices and give the dogs nicknames. So honestly, I have no idea where that came from, and I don't even know if I thought of it. I probably did, because I do think of like really weird, obscure things, but I don't know. Her name's Karsten Stewart, and that's just how it is. Okay, so Scott from Scott Grows an Avocado Tree. He has a YouTube channel. You should definitely follow him, and Mary does as well, so you should check both of them out. I'll link them in my description. He said, what makes you the most happy? And I love this question. And honestly, it's hard for me to pinpoint one thing. I would say when I'm by myself, I'm the most happy when I am being active. Like when I go on a run, it just allows me to like take in the moment and really live in the moment and take in my surroundings and just feel truly relaxed. Like when I am running, I just feel free, and it's a feeling I can't even describe. And if it's not me by myself, I would say what makes me the most happy is just seeing my other family members laugh, and just when they're happy, or my friends too. If my friends or family are just like in a really good space in their life and you can just tell like that they're happy, that makes me happy. I know that sounds so like generic and silly, but I just love seeing other people smile, and I love making people laugh. Like if I have the same sense of humor as someone and I can make them laugh, that just makes my day. He also asked me what hair products do I use, and I actually brought them with me because I didn't know the name of them. So the first thing I like to use is this. It's a BB or Bumble and Bumble Hairdresser's Invisible Oil. So I like to use this on my hair when it's wet, right when I come out of the shower, and I kind of spray it on the different layers and then comb it through. And that protects your hair from heat. And then I've used this for years. I think I've honestly used this argan oil for like 7 or 8 years. It literally, I think I still have that much left. Like I still have a quarter of it left. I only use like 1 or 2 little drops, and that just helps smooth out your hair. I have really frizzy hair when I when it's humid outside, and it really responds to the humidity. So I definitely need argan oil to help tame this beast of a hairdo. I know like it doesn't look crazy right now, but right after I shower, if I like don't do anything to it, it looks crazy. Like it's so frizzy and just awful. So Killy Bear said my favorite small business, and I guess it depends on what we're talking about. I'm going to list 2. So for plants, I love Seed to Stem in Worcester. They have absolutely beautiful plants and just home goods. It's absolutely gorgeous, and the way they styled their store is amazing. And then when it comes to eating out, if you are in the Hudson area in Massachusetts, I love the Rail Trail The Rail Trail Flatbread Company. Their food is amazing, and they're very vegetarian friendly, which I love because I don't eat meat. So Ab said, what is a trendy or popular plant that you dislike? What is an underrated plant that you like? So a trendy popular plant that I dislike, I would say, would be the ZZ Raven. I mean, it's not that I like hate it, but I just don't understand the hype around it. Like if I saw it in the store, I don't think I would even purchase it. I don't think it's that special, and I'm not a big fan of it. And an underrated plant that I like would be maybe just like the regular Hoya, like the Hoya Carnosa Crimson Queen, or just even the solid green Hoya Carnosa. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and it grows like a weed, and when it goes into bloom, it just looks amazing. So I would definitely say it's kind of underrated because I don't really see people like talking about it or searching for it. So Kay Catherine asked me, any tips for acclimating plants when they come in from the mail from overseas? So the number one thing I would say is if you're acclimating plants is you want to make sure that you are giving them enough light and you're providing them with enough humidity. But you don't want to like shock them with too much sunlight. I'm just saying like a bright environment, maybe like bright indirect light. And I like to put mine in a propagation box if possible. So I personally try not to order from overseas until it's the summer, because when I purchase whatever it is, I will, mostly Hoyas, let's be real. That's my favorite type. But I will put the plants in my propagation box, which is a very humid environment. And in that box, the light is very bright, but indirect. There's no direct sun rays on the plants. So I would say that's my best tip, is make sure you have like a propagation box or something that provides enough humidity, depending on the plant, of course. If you're growing a cactus, you wouldn't follow that rule. But I feel like most of the plants that we purchase from overseas are like tropical plants or plants that really love humidity. Mrs. said, am I anxious about what's currently happening? Honestly, like I am, but I'm trying to obviously stay calm. And what makes me the most anxious, which might sound stupid, is I can't find toilet paper. I think I have about 3 rolls left, and I also have tissues, like tissues for your face that I could use, but I obviously wouldn't flush them down the toilet. But that's honestly so frustrating. Like I've gone to the store 4 times, and every time I go, the toilet paper is completely sold out. I looked online and it's sold out as well. I have myself on like a waiting list to get toilet paper. They're gonna like email me once it comes in stock. So that makes me nervous, and just thinking like what other supplies are gonna run out and will I be able to get them makes me really nervous. And then I just think about like my older family members. I have an aunt who's like 86 or 87, and it makes me nervous just thinking that if she got sick, would she be able to get treated and get help? And it just is really scary. So I'm mostly just thinking about supplies for myself, and then like if my older family members got sick, what would happen. And it's just, you have to take it one day at a time. You can't live in fear, obviously, but you have to be smart about it. And all we can do is wait and just see if that social distancing helps. I hope it does. So yeah, I'm not freaking out, but I'm also kind of nervous, as I'm sure many of you are. So Plants, Pots, and Whatnots. Hello. She's another fellow Canadian. She also has a YouTube channel. I'll link her down below. She asked me, what's your top 3 things on your bucket list? Oh man, so I don't really have like a bucket list, but there are things that I really want to do. So, I mean, I would love, mostly has to do with travel. There are like a lot of places I want to see, and I guess those would be the three things, like to see three different countries that I've never seen before. I would love to visit Australia. I would love to see Portugal and Italy and also Greece. There's just so many places I want to see. So I would just say traveling more is on my bucket list. Not really any kind of crazy activities. Like I used to want to skydive, but I don't think I would do that now at this point in time. I don't know if I would have the courage to do that, but definitely just traveling more and seeing more countries. So Shelly Lop asked me, what kind of water do you use in your humidifier? How often do you clean it and how? So I use water from my Brita filter. So it's filtered water. And I clean it probably every 2 weeks. And how do I clean it? I'm going to film a video showing you how I do it. I can't really explain it, but it's kind of time consuming, but you definitely need to clean your humidifiers because they get really dirty and moldy and stuff. You don't want those particles floating in your air. Patchwork Gardening asked me, what is your, oh my God, I cannot read. What is number one on your wish list? So currently I don't have a wish list. I think I'm pretty good right now when it comes to plants. I do have 3 Hoyas that are supposed to come to me from Russia, and I'm not sure if that's going to be interfered, if the current situation, what's going on, if that's going to interfere with me getting them. There are 3 different types of Hoya. I don't know if I mentioned that. So yeah, those are the 3 that I'm looking forward to getting, but I currently don't have any new plants on my wish list. Sorry, I'm boring. I try to keep my collection relatively small. So 4VR asked me, have I ever thought about trying to grow bonsai? And I have considered it. I have heard they're a little bit difficult, but I've never stumbled upon a bonsai that I wanted to buy, so I just haven't bought one before. So Katie's Plant Babies asked me, what you gonna do with all that junk? So I don't know. What are you gonna do about it? That's an inappropriate question. This is a family-friendly channel. How dare you ask me that, Katie? Peanuts Plants asked me, do you ever struggle with not wanting to film? I struggle with this sometimes. I totally do. So I typically will only film if I am feeling really excited and if I am like really passionate about the video. I do sometimes kind of force myself to film. Like right now, I do want to film, but I have a headache. So, but honestly, filming this is like distracting me and I feel a lot better because I'm not like focused on my head. So I think that's like the main thing that gets in my way is my headaches, because I get headaches very often. I'm very sensitive to that. I'm very prone to them, and I'm sensitive to light. So it doesn't help having this light in front of me. You can see in my glasses, I have a ring light, and that is very hard for me to look at. So I do have it up higher right now to kind of make it less severe. But yeah, I would say headaches are what gets in my way most of the time. And but honestly, if I really don't want to film, I won't, because I feel like it comes through in your videos if you are not feeling it, if you're not in the mood. So our last question is, how are you keeping busy in self-isolation? So right here, I'm filming more videos, first of all. I do not live with anyone, so it is a little bit difficult sometimes just because, girl gets lonely when you're not seeing anyone. But I have been making time to see people like one-on-one so that I don't go crazy. Like I do need some type of social interaction, like actually in person. So yeah, mostly making videos, cleaning my house, just, I don't know, like I can really, I'm really good at making use of my time, so I don't get bored that easily. I have a lot of hobbies. I like to paint. I like to be active. I like to spend time with my dogs. So honestly, this hasn't been that hard to like, so far. It could get worse. I don't know what's gonna happen, but so far I've been fine, and it's been fine on my end. We'll see what happens. So I definitely have been keeping busy. And I also I baked a little bit. I've been trying to get more into cooking more for myself, and I kind of am forced to because a lot of the restaurants are closed in my area. So yeah. Oh my God, I need water. I'm thirsty now. By the way, do you like my scrunchie? I totally gave in to this trend of using a scrunchie. I resisted for so long because I was like, it's so dorky to wear a scrunchie, but honestly, I'm kind of feeling it. I'm kind of liking it. It's bringing me back to the 90s. I don't think I've worn a scrunchie since I was like a child. So yeah, that's what's going on here. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I actually had a lot of fun filming it, and thank you for leaving those questions. That was really fun answering them for you. If you made it all the way to the end, can you leave some type of an animal emoji just so I know that you made it all the way through? And like I usually ask, please try to engage with my content if you're able to by leaving a comment, liking the video if you enjoyed it. And that's why I do ask you to leave like an emoji, because that's an easy way to like interact with the video if you don't have an actual comment to leave. Anytime you guys interact with my video, it just tells YouTube that you guys like it and they will show it to more people, because I am trying to expand my channel and maybe do this full time. I'm not sure if I'll be able to, because it's really difficult. Like, it's really hard to have your videos be shown. I feel like it's really hard to understand the algorithm and what it wants, and I honestly feel like YouTube just like doesn't show my video to many people. It's really hard to grow your channel, to be honest. But anyway, I really do appreciate all of you guys who support me and, you know, engage with the content. It's really appreciated. It really is. So yeah, and also subscribe. I've noticed that some of you guys that are engaging aren't subscribed, and that will just allow you to be notified every time I post. You can also hit the bell icon so that you're notified every time I post a new video. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night or your day, and I really hope to see you in my next video. Bye!